Hi, my name is Matthew. I'm a one-man rock band, and today I'm going to tell you the story of my very first experience in a recording studio. So this was way back in 2017. I was a senior in high school, and the only way that I knew how to record was with this tiny Tascam digital recorder. It had 4 tracks, and the way that I would record before I knew what a studio was is I would go to the drums. I only had one mic, so I put one mic in a sweet spot, and I would play the drums to the song and hum the song so I wouldn't lose the place that I was at. Then when that was done, I would go back while listening to the drums, record the guitar, the bass, and the vocals. So I didn't know anything about exporting tracks. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that Logic existed. I didn't know that Pro Tools existed. So the Tascam recorder had this setting where you can hit record on the master, and while it's playing through the song, just like the olden days, you had to pan everything and do the volume as the song was going. So I was like listening to the song, being like, oh, put the drums this way, oh, put the guitar over here, oh, it'd be cool if it went like this, and then the volume. So it was stressful, and it rarely sounded good. So when I wanted to take that next step, and I looked into studios around me, I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time, and I went to this small studio called Satellite Recording Studios. I don't believe they're in existence anymore. So one day I booked the session. I brought my drums, the guitar, the bass, the amps, everything that I thought I needed. And I loaded in, and it was super exciting. My first time in a recording studio. I didn't know what I was doing, so I'm like, you let me know what to do, I'll do it. I'm here to play, you tell me when to play. So I set my drums up, and before you start recording, you get a sound check, just to make sure the levels are correct and they're not too high, not too low, and everything's sounding good. So when I was recording for the very first time, I was sound checking for the very first time, my main instrument, the drums, gotta lay that down. I'm doing my process exactly the same as I do at home, just in the studio. So we're sound checking, and he just goes, yeah, keep playing. And he's doing stuff, and I'm like playing for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I'm getting tired over here, you know, I don't want to like waste my energy. He's like, yeah, you're gonna just stop for a moment. And so I was like, okay, what's going on? I get up, I walk into the control room, and he says that the board, the big board, it blew up, and it started smoking. It blew up. My very first studio experience, my drumming, to me, this is how I believe it, my drumming was just so powerful that I blew the board up, and we had to stop. He had to overnight whatever parts he needed to fix it. Since I didn't know what was going on, I don't really know exactly what broke, but there was smoke, and it was not a good time for them. To me, it was pretty sick. So the next day, I come in, I'm like, okay, should I hold back? Because I didn't know if I was playing too hard. I didn't know if that translated, because first time. So he was like, no, you're good. Everything should be fine. So go through the process. Performance-wise, listening back, not the greatest, but it was a very monumental moment in my life because I had so much fun, and I loved playing drums and then taking a water break and then going to the guitar and then going to the vocals and then taking a break and then eating lunch and then talking about music. And it was a fun time with really cool stories. And so yeah, that was my first experience as a one-man band in the studio, and I will never forget that. It just, oh yeah, you blew the thing up. So I think that was really cool. If you like this kind of content or stories about my music and history, let me know. I do enjoy making them, so yeah. I don't know how to end these yet, so I'm just gonna awkwardly dance towards the camera.